Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my usual weekly technical analysis outlook videos in which I will comment on what I think will happen to some FX crosses and equities. As always, before I begin, I want to clarify that this is not a solicitation or recommendation to enter into long or short positions in the names that I will mention in this video, nor do I have existing positions in them. This is not financial advice, and if you're using this content as a guide to trade, you are doing so at your own risk. Alright, let's start. These are the names that I have covered in past videos, and I will do a quick review on each of them. In the later section of this video, I will also begin covering these new names. I will also be ceasing coverage on several names as well. Do check them out towards the end of this video. I've put in timestamps, so please use them to skip to the names that interest you. In the last video on the 9th of August, I said to expect a bit more upside in the Kiwi dollar just in case the correction phase has not ended, and highlighted that a rejection could happen at the Ichimoku cloud, and this has happened. The latest decline is the bearish resumption phase. However, if you see over here, price action overextended below the lower Bollinger, so the next move is expected to be higher first, and yesterday's move, Friday, is likely going to be the first of potentially 3 days upward move as a correction before resuming the downside. The textbook target of this head and shoulders top remains unchanged at 0.5688. Dollar INR, that is the dollar against the Indian rupee, is turning out to be a classical head and shoulders. In the video on the 16th of August, I said that dollar INR is in the correction phase over here and could go back to 87.03 before resuming the upside. Dollar INR fell slightly below the neckline, which is classical, before rebounding, and it has since attempted to close above the 20-day moving average. I believe dollar INR is now in the bullish resumption phase of the head and shoulders bottom. Closing above the 20-day simple moving average will give it an upside boost. The textbook target remains unchanged at 89.57. There are several names that I'll be covering in future videos. I'll start off with HSBC, a Hong Kong listed bank. It tested a high over here of 102.3 twice, but failed to break higher. This could potentially be a double top, a bearish pattern. HSBC needs to close below the support at 94.30 to complete this bearish pattern that has a textbook target at 86.35. Any advances above 102.3 will invalidate this bearish pattern. This next name is a famous beverage company from China, Chagee. I believe Chagee is technically bullish after completing a falling wedge. This bullish pattern has a textbook target at 27.86, but assuming Chagee reaches this level, it may not be above the Ichimoku cloud just yet and could be at risk of a decline thereafter. I will also begin coverage on Coreweave, a newly listed company this year. It appears to have completed a cup and handle top after closing below 108. It is now technically bearish, and the textbook target is at 14.68, which is quite low in my opinion. There are supports at 64.31 as well as around 35 that can bounce Coreweave higher when tested. I will now cease coverage on Home Depot. Price action advanced above over here 390 on the 7th of August, and this has invalidated the potential head and shoulders top that is forming. That's the end of my sharing. I will give updates to these crosses and names only when there are meaningful development, and in the next video it will highly likely be on new crosses and new names. If you like what I'm doing, please help me out by giving me a like. Please subscribe and hit the notification button for more videos like this.